So the foreign exchange reforms, devaluation of rupee. Devaluation refers to reduction in the value of domestic currency. We have already studied in the BOP chapter by the government. To overcome the balance of payment crisis, the rupee was devalued against the foreign currencies. This led to increase in the flow of foreign exchange. Government allowed rupee market determination of foreign exchange rate. The government allowed rupee value to be free from its control, and thus as a result, demand and supply forces were now able to determine the exchange value of the Indian rupee in terms of foreign currency. So one thing that was done by the government, that the currency was devalued so that imports gets reduced and exports gets enhanced. Okay, next, the government freed itself from the determination of the foreign exchange rate, and thus the forces of demand and supply determined the exchange rate of the Indian rupees in terms of foreign currency. Okay, trade and investment policy reforms. Before 1991, a lot of restrictions were imposed on imports to protect the domestic industries. However, this protection reduced the efficiency and competitiveness of domestic industries and led to their slow growth. So the reforms in the trade and investment policy were initiated. So before 1991, a lot of restrictions were there imposed on the imports to protect the domestic industries. However, this protection reduced the efficiency and competitiveness of the domestic industries and led to the slow growth of the economy. So to improve the situation, what policies were brought about? To increase the international competitiveness of industrial production. So the reforms were initiated with the following mottos: to increase the international competitiveness, to promote foreign investment and technology into the economy, to promote efficiency of local industries and adoption of modern technologies. So international competitiveness has to be improved, foreign investment and technology has to be promoted, and efficiency of local industry and adoption of modern technologies by them. Now, the important trade and investment policy reforms include removal of restrictions from imports, means the quota and the tariff restrictions, mean the taxes and the amounts to be imported were eliminated. So restrictions were removed. Export duties were removed. Export duties were removed to increase the competitive position. Import duties were reduced to improve the position of domestic goods in the foreign market. So import duties were also removed so that the position of domestic goods in the foreign market can be improved. Okay, relaxation in import licensing. The import licensing was abolished except in case of hazardous and environmentally sensitive industries. So licensing regarding imports were also abolished. Only few industries were under the import licensing, which were mainly linked with the environment, which was hazardous as well as environment sensitive. This encouraged domestic industries to import raw materials at better prices, which raised their efficiency and made them competitive. So as this import licensing was abolished, now the domestic industries could bring their raw materials from abroad, okay, at better prices and raise their efficiency and competitiveness. And as the import duties were reduced, this improved the position, means as the taxes were reduced on the imports, it improved the position of the domestic goods, okay, in the foreign market. Okay, not in the Indian market, remember, in the foreign market its position was improved. Okay, so we have already covered the liberalization and the privatization part. I have earlier covered. Next day we will be going to the globalization policy. Thank you.